Good morning. Today we are going to learn about maximum power point tracking algorithms. One of the algorithms we are going to, most important algorithm we are going to discuss is vector band observation algorithm. These are the algorithms used to track the maximum power point uh, which can be obtained from extracted from a solar PV module. Vector band observation method is one of the important method. In this case, suppose this is the power output versus voltage curve. Normally, for a PV system, power versus voltage output will be like this. The peak value, which is representing the maximum power point. Tracking this point is what aimed at. Assume at the present operating point is at A, it should be moved right to the right till it reaches MPP, the top point. Suppose presently it is at B, it should be moved left to reach the MPP. This algorithm is trying to attempt that peak point. In order to achieve this, a small perturbation, a incremental voltage or decremental voltage is given to the system. So if it is the operating point is at a small increment in voltage will move it to the right. So till this will be done continuously till it reaches the MPP point. If it is at B, a decremental voltage will be slightly reduced, and this process will be continued till MPP point is reached. This is all about the perturbation and observation algorithm. MPP is the maximum power point, the theoretical maximum output obtained from the PV panel. Okay, this maximum power point, which is actually according to the maximum power transfer theorem, which will happen when the load impedance is the complex conjugate of the source impedance. That is a point corresponding to the maximum power point. Okay. So this algorithm is trying or attempting to achieve that point. Algorithm is summarized here through this flowchart. Start point of algorithm, you can see that where voltage and current is measured. Based on the voltage and current, power is calculated corresponding to the current present operating point. Okay. Then compared to the previous point, so if voltage is slightly increased or decreased initially, first step, if it is increased and see whether power is increased or decreased. So suppose power is increased, that means delta P is greater than 0, then Vk minus, we will check whether output voltage is increased or not. If it is yes, then increase array voltage, further increase and continue the process. If it is no, if Vk minus 1 is less than 0, or if it is negative, decrease the array voltage and continue. Now, on the other hand, if delta P is less than 0, if it is negative, that is power is reduced, then we check for the voltage whether it is increasing or increased or decreased. Vk minus 1 is greater than 0, then decrease the array voltage. Otherwise, increase the array voltage. Then update the voltage and power and continue the step 2 and continue the algorithm. This is all about the perturb and observation algorithm. In a table, it is actually the actual movement is indicated here. Table 1 summarizes P and O algorithm. Perturbation is positive, delta P is positive, then next perturbation also will be positive. The perturbation presently positive, delta P. There is an increase in the power. There is a decrease in the power. Delta P is negative, then next perturbation should be negative. If presently perturbation is negative, that is voltage is decreased. Presently, perturbation is actually changing the voltage. Voltage is decreased and delta P is increased. The next perturbation should be negative. Presently it is negative and delta P is negative, then the step perturbation should be positive. That is the way the algorithm works. So based on the MPP algorithm, how the entire system operates is actually indicated in this block diagram. Solar power panel. So MPP controller, we can see that it is MPPT. This is based on the maximum power tracking controller. Based on that, with a MPP point, the DC to DC converter will operate and it will convert the DC voltage into DC voltage to the suitable voltage level. It will be converted and finally it will be supplied to the load. With that, we'll end today's class.